I think we've been starting these wrong.
Do you want to do it differently? Is that cool with you?
Well, I was thinking maybe instead of 1, 2, 3, go, we could just share a prayer.
All right.
And as in a moment of unity and solidarity with each other, we just we can pray.
Yeah, what do you want to pray for, Alex?
I really hope there's 0 delays this year in game releases. I pray.
I hope that everything gets rushed and every company crunches. Crunch every company game.
God, I want you to give strength to those programmers that they've never known before.
Right.
Where they can crunch and crunch until their bones are made of metal.
Right. Let them leave their families. Doesn't matter.
Replace
I need
their
my
families
buddies.
with hookers, drugs, whatever you use.
Yeah.
Use them, Lord.
Whatever you use, God.
Whatever you do, use them to create the Cyberpunk 2077 PS5 upgrade. In your way, amen.
Amen.
Well, we're here to play a game that I finished a while ago, but I didn't finish it.
And, like you didn't 100%.
Not yet. I'm still working on it off and on between other games. It's Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Okay. All right. This game's pretty good. I played 30 hours of it maybe. And then I was like, I've got what I want out of this game, and I put it down, and one day maybe I'll go back to it.
Sad, man. You missed out on a lot of the fan service. I actually have to get up because I physically own this game. So
wow, you still do that?
So I have finished the game.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should go ahead and establish like where we stand with this series as a whole.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're a huge long-time fan of this series, from my understanding. Seems
Huge
to be like
fan.
one of your favorite series of games that you seem to enjoy, right?
For a long time.
Yeah. I don't have nearly as much of a back history with it. I played a lot. I have the same pattern with each one I've played, where I play it for like 20, 30 hours. I really enjoy it, and I just hit a wall, and I'm like, I'm done now. But they're really fun. I like them a lot. They're long-winded, but we can get into that stuff later.
You gotta get through it, bro. You gotta get...
you also gotta have good pacing whenever you design a game, so...
How dare you? The pacing is good if you do more mini games and side. That's what all the optional stuff's for. You have to pace it out. You do your job.
Sure, yeah. All right, I like your outfit.
Yeah, we're an awesome bunch. So I as a big fan of Yakuza myself. Hold on one second. As a big fan of Yakuza myself, I have to say that a lot of the established themes and patterns are executed just as well with this new character as they were with old. Because you see, the Yakuza fan, they don't come back for the not so much the gameplay or the mini games. It's the story, it's the narrative, it's the silliness. And I think over time, since the beginning of Yakuza, there's been this slow pivot, if you will, where it's gone from like being like pretty serious. Like even the first game on like PS2 was like trying really hard to be like pretty dead serious for the majority of it, and like it kind of falls flat. And it wasn't really until the second game that they started really embracing silliness, and it's just been kind of this uphill climb where you know, maybe they've kind of plateaued with a balance between serious and silliness that's pretty comfortable now. Like I think it nails both pretty good.
It seems to. Yeah, it's like if it was all silly, it would hit flat. If it was all serious, it would be flat. But in a very like Metal Gear-esque kind of way, like it balances out its humor and its seriousness really well.
I never thought of it like that, but that's really true. The change from a main character was almost like necessary, because Kazuma Kiryu, as much as I love him, is almost like, in some ways a relic of what the game was going for, whereas Ichiban is kind of like what the Yakuza series has become. Like he's that balance between seriousness and silly, whereas like Kazuma is just always like serious and usually, playing it so straight that it might come off as silly, but he's never really, that silly. He's just like ignorant at best.
Yeah, he's just like an affable doofus that's just like really cool and super nice. Which I guess
Yeah.
Ichiban seems like he is in a lot of ways too, but I like Ichiban more as a character than I like. That's not saying anything bad about Kiryu either. I like them both
Sure.
a lot, but
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Ichiban.
Me too, and like it's funny because Ichiban has been kind of like the design for Ichiban has been floating around with Yakuza for a very long time, at least in Japan. Like there was a mobile game, I think like 2018 called Yakuza Mobile or some crap like that. Where
It's
like
your favorite
the
genre of games, so I hope you like it.
Yeah, that's why I knew about it because I was like, a Yakuza mobile game and I can't play it. Damn. And there's like a cinematic trailer with Ichiban, like I think from like 2 or 3 years ago, where he looks a little bit different. Like they've always kind of thrown the idea of Ichiban around. Oops. Well, I think we should. Really
Well, you're about
show
to do
off.
the best part of the game.
Yeah, I just want to really give a shout out to the Whack-A-Mole community and just tell them, like, you are represented in this game. I got so mad, to be honest, like when they first talked about, or they first showed off, like, oh, here's one of the new mini games in Yakuza Like a Dragon, and it's like like this movie theater game, which is literally Whack-A-Mole. It's Whack-A-Mole, and I'm like. Why are you giving me Whack-A-Mole and trying to make me excited about it?
I mean, it's pretty great, and it's one of the coolest looking things in the game.
The Whack-A-Mole?
No, just the way that this whole minigame looks. I found it delightful. You can whine all you want.
As you can see, I'm really good, and I'm going to give 100%. As you can see,
I just don't think it's quite fair to just say this is just Whack-A-Mole.
This is just Whack-A-Mole.
When was the last time you had Whack-A-Mole
son of a bitch.
with crazy Catherine sheep that are throwing shit at you? Or with rapid button presses?
You're just falling for the...
I feel like you could say, well, every game's just Whack-A-Mole because you press buttons in it. Meh.
But tell me what's different from this in Whack-A-Mole.
This is just its own minigame. The rapid buttons. You don't have a rapid button in Whack-A-Mole.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. 2017 Whack-A-Mole 2000. Look it up, dude.
All right.
Rapid shot. You would have to hit the mole 5 times in a row because it would just keep coming back up, and it's real life. I know you're trying to mess me up, by the way. I know you don't really care.
All right, I'm looking up Whack-A-Mole 2000, and I'm getting nothing.
I didn't say I said 2016 Whack-A-Mole.
Pretty sure you said 2000.
Professional. I'm playing Whack-A-Mole at a professional level right now.
Alright.
I didn't fall asleep for once.
I think they should stay turn-based. Like I don't miss the combat from the old games at all.
I would be shocked if they didn't keep it. But
Yeah.
yeah. That's like my absolutely biggest complaint with the ones that I had played, like Yakuza 0 and some of the newer ones. Was the combat. It just didn't feel good. It just felt mashy.
So
and
repetitive.
there's so much of it. And that's also an issue I have with this, is like there's just so many random battles on the streets and stuff. Like, I just want to walk around Tokyo. That is my favorite part of this game, is just walking around Tokyo and checking it out. Yeah. I love the controls and just how this game feels more compared to the others too.
It's just getting good.
But it just, you're constantly getting interrupted with random people just running up on you.
And they're not even worth fighting either. Like, it'd be one thing if like they were at least, worth the XP or whatever, but they never are in the city. Like, you're supposed, like, if you want to grind, there's only like 2 or 3 places you can really do it.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of disappointed by too. Like, as an RPG, it's kind of like baby's first RPG in some ways. Like, it's so basic.
Yeah. Didn't they? And this is something I heard. I can try to fact check it, but didn't they? Wasn't it not going to be an RPG at first until they put that trailer out? Like, wasn't that trailer that showed it was an RPG kind of a joke that had really positive fan reaction?
It was an April Fool's trailer.
Right, but then everyone's like, awesome, this is a great move for this series. And they're like, okay, let's do it. So I
wonder. Yeah, so about that, yes, this is actually 100% true. On April 1st, 2019, the RGG Studio Twitter page, which is the studio of the developer of the Yakuza games, released a video showing that their latest Yakuza game was going to be a turn-based RPG, something that had never been done before in the series. Now, what they thought would just give everybody a good chuckle turned out to actually give a lot of excitement to longtime fans, something they did not expect at all. This was confirmed by series creator Toshihiro Nagoshi in an interview where he said himself that a lot of people assumed that they were already making Yakuza Like a Dragon into a turn-based RPG. But the fact of the matter is, Yakuza Like a Dragon up until that point was designed to be just like all the other Yakuza games. So let's do a little math here. April 1st, 2019, and then the game gets released December 2020 in Japan. That gives the developers less than 8 months to completely overhaul and redesign an action game into a turn-based RPG, which is remarkable to say the least. So through strong thoughts and lots of prayer, they were able to persevere and do the impossible. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Look how cool I am.
Yeah, you got
Look at
some
these
cool
moves.
spatulas.
You can check this out. You get the pepper, bitch. I like. I really like Part-Time Hero.
Yeah.
You can just get in random fights, and it it helps your personality get better. Oh, that's what I need to do. Let's go to the personality store. Where's the personality store? Which one is it?
Yeah, some of the UI, like what's happening to you right now, I have this issue a lot, so this could be cleaner.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I noticed a little more like maybe just where I was or how I was playing or something, but I wasn't constantly full of like healing items and stuff like I was in the older ones, which is good. Like the older ones were also kind of too easy, I thought, because like you always have stuff to heal and whatnot. But this one I felt like I was usually kind of struggling a little bit. I never really like got stuck or anything like that, but like I came close to dying at points, which was a good balance for difficulty.
Oh man, I definitely got freaking stuck, dude. Like,
well, I know that like towards the later part, I know I've heard a lot of people really complain about like there's an insane difficulty spike, which sounds like it's not very good.
There's some there's a specific point that everybody not everybody, but like I remember when I got to it, I got frustrated, and I remember typing in like Yakuza chapter 12 or whatever, and Google filled in difficulty spike because like I guess a lot of people have been like searching the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's right at chapter 12. There's a boss fight that's like probably a 20 level difficulty spike. But what pisses me off is that I was doing like everything. Like every time an optional dungeon got opened, I would like beat it before I moved on. Any side quest, I would do it. And like that wasn't nearly enough. Like I actually needed to grind in the optional dungeon like 3 or 4 times, which I did not like that.
Yeah, I guess that might be a nod to Dragon Quest games because I know they do that. Where like at the end of the game, like there's just a crazy part where you have to spend like 10 hours just grinding. But that's not good, and no game should ever do that anymore. We're not 10 years old anymore and just have our entire life to play video games and can just spend a whole game's worth of time grinding. That's a big reason why I don't play RPGs, is I just don't have the patience for it.
Yeah, and it's just like it has to be repetitive. Like it'd be one thing if it's like, oh, you just have to do more of the optional stuff, because the game is known for having so much optional stuff. But one thing that made me super mad was that the side quests are kind of worthless. Let's see how bad this is.
I'm gonna feel this one.
Oh boy.
Square, circle.
Look how
Square,
good I am.
Triangle, triangle.
Look how good I am.
Hot pot party.
Is he singing right now?
Yeah. How do you have to do well to get your passion?
Yes. I have to do really good. Don't mess me up.
Is this how you always hold your controller?
When I'm doing good, yes.
Good.
You gotta bob your head with the beat
I
too.
see. I see. It seems like you play a lot of rhythm games.
Here it is. Here's the hardest dungeon in the whole game. The true final Millennium Tower. Let's see how bad I get my ass kicked.
What level
Remember
are
the
you?
games? Is that recommended or recommended job level 90? Recommended level 99. The true Millennium Tower is this game's real challenge. Badasses only.
Are you a badass?
I thought I was hitting leave.
I thought you were too. I feel like it should have been the other way around.
Let's see. I am level 68, rank
Okay.
35.
How's this gonna go, buddy?
Here I go.
I like that weapon.
Yeah, thanks. Ah!
Goodness gracious! You didn't block it.
There's another thing I really don't like is that
Oh,
if
right.
Ichiban falls, the whole party falls.
Yeah, I actually like that, but yeah, not
Well,
for this.
That's gonna come in more than. What is going on? All my money's gone.
Are they just
No!
keeping on stealing your money?
Half my money's. I thought I just.
Do you not just
need to
leave?
get out of here.
Does it not just boot you whenever you die?
No, not anymore. It's just like half your money's gone. Oh man. So what's funny about True Millennium Tower is that it's an exact replica of the Millennium Tower that you just did. Like there was a final dungeon called Final Millennium Tower, and now you're doing True Final Millennium Tower, and the only difference is that the levels are higher.
Sure.
Everything else is the exact same. The enemy drops, everything. Which people you fight. Like those robots that were kicking my ass, it's always those dudes at the beginning.
Okay, so it's just the last level, but harder.
Yeah, like it's so lazy.
That seems, yeah. Load time, man.
I know. Those PS4s, they have a hard time. They're not built to last.
They're not.
dude.
They don't know what a disc is, so you put a disc in there. It's like, what do I do with this?
What do I do with this? I'm used to everything being down. Well, honestly, all the disc does is just download the
Downloads
game,
it, yeah.
and it just works as like a key to unlock
Right.
your EXE of the game itself. Cool. It saved nothing. I don't
Oh
think it saved
no!
I don't think it's. Well, hold on. Maybe I didn't load my autosave. I don't think. Can I just load my game from here? No.
Okay, it's got to be the. It's only a few minutes.
Oh, so this happened to me before. I loaded, and then it auto-saved as soon as you loaded, so I lost my progress. I had my progress. It's done that so many times.
You told me about that, yeah. God.
Baby's first RPG.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Oh,
this game's really cool. It does so many cool things, but yeah, just some small things like that like stops it from being as really cool as it could have been.
entered the intimate relationships with over 2 females. Why can't it just say 3?
Because it could be 5.
Over 2. Watch all the movies. Play every course of Whack-A-Mole
I
flawlessly.
don't think it's whack-a-mole. You didn't whack a single mole.
It's freaking Whack-A-Mole.
It's not whack-a-mole.
Have you played Whack-A-Mole? When was the last
Yes.
time you legitimately played Whack-A-Mole?
When Aladdin's Castle was still around in the Orange Park Mall.
Well, it must have not been Whack-A-Mole,
Not Whack-A-Mole
2016. Yeah, I can tell you right now, it wasn't the Whack-A-Mole I'm playing, buddy. I gotta play all the mini games, dude.
Just play Mario Party. So you love minigames so much.
How dare you? Actually, those mini games are better than these mini games.
I don't know. Mario Party fucking sucks, dude.
How dare you?
Mario Party's awful.
Mario Party used to be good.
Mario
man.
Party was never good.
Yes, it was.
Mario Party has good memories tied to it, and you had good times with your friends. Not because of the game. The games were sucky. None of those minigames were good.
They spent years pioneering the formula, the balance of those maps,
Okay.
and they worked really hard, just as hard on the mini games
Yeah, to make it all not matter at all.
too. Whatever, man. I think I have a bounty on these baseball people. You want to see how good I am?
Hell yeah.
Look how good I am. They're all gonna die right now. Smell you later. In hell. Oh, look, they're all dead. I remember I showed this move to Ellie, and she was like, "What the fuck?"
That's pretty good. I like that a lot.
Look how good I am at golf before you go.
Oh well.
I'm really good. Watch how good I am.
#1 golfer.
I've put in the time. I've put in the time. Oh man, they changed it to be even easier now. Is it really just like... Is this all you do? Oh, whoa, okay, okay,
Seems...
okay. I see. Time to win. Oops.
I'm not that impressed, man.
You want a hole-in-one?
Yes, that's all I want.
You want a hole-in-one?
all I
You want a
want in life.
hole-in-one? You want a hole-in-one?
Give me a hole-in-one, buddy.
Hole-in-one, hole-in-one. Oops.
Mm.
Oops. 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 Ooh, hole-in-one coming right up.
All right, good job, man.
All right, fine. You're a tough guy, huh? Funny guy, huh? Funny guy likes a hole-in-one. I'll give you your hole-in-one.
Please do. Shot for the wind.
Here's your fucking hole-in-one.
Ooh.
Here's your goddamn hole-in-one. How do you just sit there in silence to that? That was right when I said it would go in.
You didn't hear me clap? I was clapping.
It was way too delayed.
I have a question.
Yes?
At the top left where it says closest to the pin,
Yeah?
right next to that it says beginner.
Yeah?
What's that mean?
Because I haven't played this before, so I can only play on the beginner difficulty.
Mm.
It's just a placeholder. I'm not really a beginner, obviously.
All right, I just see the word on the screen.
I'm not a beginner. No.
Just see the word on there.
Does beginner get holes in ones
Let's see
like this?
if you get this.
What do you think of
What
that?
do you think of it now, buddy?
Are you impressed? Here comes another one. Oh, perfect. Could have.
Look at that. You did a good job on beginner level.
Whatever, dude. Check this out.
This is it, man. It's all come down to this.
Another hole in one.
This looks good.
Another hole in one. Look at all this shit they're giving me: ice cream
Got a
and
steel
candy,
hammer.
a hammer.
I want to go play golf, and they're just like, "Hey, you want this hammer?"
All right, well, I can't wait for the next Yakuza game.
Man, it's probably gonna be a while. I do wonder where they go with the series. Like, I hope they just keep it and like, oh, they keep following Ichiban. Did it end in a place that you think it will? Keep following him?
It could,
Mm.
yeah. It's open enough. It doesn't say like, what are we gonna do next?
Right,
And then they
yeah.
hop on a car and leave. But like, it's just like
But it could keep going.
it could keep going.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty much just like I'm gonna Well, yeah, he just has a chance to like go back home, and he's like, I'm just gonna stay here.
Mm-hmm.
I like Yokohama. It's my home now.
I kind of hope that the series keeps doing that, where it's like they'll do like a handful of games following one character with a certain style, and then they should change style, like genre, after a while with a new character. It'd be cool if each time they do it, next one is like a first-person Yakuza game or something weird. But
Like FPS.
Yeah.
that would be nuts. Or what I'd really want was make a Judgment 2, but like go all in on the detective stuff. Have zero combat and make it to where like you're a detective that doesn't even know how to fight.
I heard that before. Like I remember with Judgment, people were like, he just is some incredible crazy fighter, and it just didn't fit with like the story they were telling.
Yeah, like
and it would make
they
it
don't
feel.
even address it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, people were like, they don't. I think there's like some one joke throwaway line of how he learned to fight or something. But
yeah, it's so dumb.
Right, but yeah, that'd be cool if they leaned into not being like Yakuza games and whenever they do stuff like spin-offs. Well, cool. Well, unless there's anything else to show in the world of Yakuza Like a Dragon, I think probably a good spot to cut it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I want you to have a blessed day.
It's nighttime, man. But thank you. I hope you have a blessed evening.
I hope you have. I hope you you have a good move.
Thank
As
you.
we here at Headcanon really want you to have a safe move.
Good. I appreciate that.
We're gonna give you like a week off with full pay.
Wow, thank you.
Please use your PTO. Please use
Hey,
your PTO.
will do. What do you?
All right,
what's that? What's in that glass?
Hmm?
What's in that cup?
It's just Coke.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
And then this is beer.
That's the good. Oh, don't tell mommy.